I'd like to show you how to download some raster DEM data. That's a digital elevation model for parts of the United States. So to do this, we'll use a service provided by the United States Geological Survey, or USGS. They have a website that you can use to download DEM data, among other things. So here we are in the USGS download application, which is available through the web. If you need to find it, the URL is up here in the corner. You can also just search online for the national map. That seems to be the title that they go by. So you see TNM up in the corner there. So United States Geological Survey, or USGS, TNM, which is the national map. So you'll get to this download application, and you can search and download a lot of different types of data here. We're just going to concern ourselves here with the DEM. All right, so we're going to look for elevation products. We're going to use the 3DEP here, and the default is the 1/3 arcsecond DEM. And if you show availability by clicking here, you'll see that there's availability across the entire United States for this, which is very handy if you want to do any kind of terrain analysis within the US. So there's a map interface on the right-hand side here, and you can zoom in just like you can with basically any web map interface. If we can also scroll in here. I'm just using my mouse to do this, and I'll turn off the availability just so it's easier for us to see. And so let's say I'm interested in finding data for the San Francisco area. So I've zoomed into that area. And now I can just click on the button here that says Find Products. And so what this is showing me is the DEM products that are available for the area that I've zoomed into. It's really easy to use. I just used the selection up here above the map that says Use Map and Current Extent. So very straightforward, easy to use. You just pan and zoom to the area you're interested in, and then say, show me the data that's available for that area. So there's only one data set. If we click on the footprint option here, I find this quite helpful. We'll have to zoom out actually in order to be able to see it. But this gives us a nice easy way of being able to visualize the coverage for that DEM tile. So if you're not familiar with tiles, it's just a way of cutting up the data for the entire United States into sort of chunks that you can download separately. So this is the footprint here, this blue box, for this particular DEM. So this is great. This is for the area that I want. So now I'll go ahead and download it. I just click on the download option here, and this opens up a dialog box where I can just browse to wherever I want to save that file on my own computer and click Save. Okay, now we can see in the lower left corner that the file is finished downloading, and it is 160 megabytes. So I'll just say Show in Folder, and here is the file on my computer on my Z drive or Z drive. Okay, so you'll notice that it's a .zip extension, which means that it's in a compressed format. And even though, depending on the application you're using, sometimes it's possible to use things that are inside a zip file as they are, I always prefer to decompress the file first so that I know that I can use it regardless of what application I'm using. To do that, I just right-click and say Extract All. And by default, it's going to extract it into a folder with the same name as the zip file. That's fine. And now it's finished. So now you can see that there are actually quite a few files that are contained inside that original zip file that have now been extracted or uncompressed or decompressed. So they've been made into their original file formats, and now we can use them. So for example, if I want to add the data to Arcmap, I just open up Arcmap, click Add Data, browse to the location of where I've stored it. And so you'll see some different options here, but the one that we're interested in is the first one. Click Add. So these files are fairly large, so they may take a second or a minute or two to load into Arcmap. Remember, these are raster files, so they're fairly large. So there you go. Now your DEM is inside Arcmap. You can now change the symbology, you can crop it, you can do terrain analysis, whatever you like. I hope that was helpful, and have fun with your DEM data.